this is Aisha. So, I was going to attempt to make a video about several different things that have come up today that have gotten my attention, just in on my spirit that I believe that the targeted individuals community can benefit from in terms of how we walk about in our lives and our expectation for us to receive help. I believe that there are many out there that are feeling defeated and feeling like the United States of America and our intelligence agencies are not going to come to our rescue. And that is untrue. And that is untrue because in order for America to stand, they must respond to domestic terrorism acts against our lives using technology and the community as a weapon to harass, torment, and assault us. That is not something America can stand for. That is antithetical to American values and to our constitutional rights to be able to live in peace and happiness. And yes, happiness is something that is subjective, but one thing that we all know is that our lives are not to be infiltrated by outside sources that are designed to criminally interfere with our ability to be happy and to be safe and to have peace in our individual lives. So I want to make sure that when we're speaking about what's happening to us that we're doing so by activating our higher intelligence and having the expectation while we're speaking that we know that our sharing our stories is going to lead to the dissolution of the organized crimes that have been erected to interfere and stalk and torment and persecute our lives for whatever reasons. We all have our own individual stories that led to us being marked and targeted for these types of crimes that we're victims of. And yes, it's criminal activity. And I don't know since when is gang activity an acceptable community wide practice, and having the expectation that nothing can be done is spiritual warfare in and of itself, because what you are saying essentially is that our souls have been sold and therefore we have to relent to being victims of unseen crimes, of being undocumented in our equality to exist free from persecution. So I I have had in the last 10 minutes several stalkers, including Jelia or G. Lila, I'm not sure how you say her name, Belk, Tyler Perry's baby's mother. Currently assaulting me right now is Brooke Baldwin. And then moments before, when I first started trying to record this video, was Tyler Perry. Um, so I live my life under 24/7 violation, and it's an attack on my living existence because I am clairvoyant in, I guess, what Dr. James Giordano would call your targetable value. My targetable value is that of billionaires who spend their daily lives in some way or another, or I should say, not in some way. They spend their daily lives violating me at least minutes out of the day, minutes and hours out of the day. So it's ritual stalking. They have it so that I never have any peace or privacy. Everything I do in my private domain has been studied and evaluated, and my spiritual power experimented on, um, and my my life under attack because of my relationship with God and Christ, which is very personal, obviously, and also very powerful in that my relationship with them is intimate because I'm constantly receiving downloads and information and engaged with my higher power as a part of my living existence. So that's what they're constantly stealing from me. My body is also under attack. They use directed energy to attack me. It's very advanced, and many of you know what it's like, including Dr. Oh, he's not a doctor, I'm sorry. His name is Derek Robinson, and he is the president of Unseen Crisis. No, that's not correct. He is the president of Freedom from Covert Torture and Surveillance, and I may have the title of his organization wrong, but he himself has spoken about the levels of penetration. And what this is definitely a form of witchcraft. So technology is their spiritual weapon, and our bodies and our lives is their voodoo doll. So they're practicing um, unclean practices using our human existence to for ritual purposes, for sacrificial purposes, for just basic charging their own personal demon so that they can be successful in their lives or in their endeavors. So, like for instance, the President of the United States in the last few hours has assaulted me several times, and I do call it an assault because anytime you access me in my private domain, touch my mind, my body, and my spirit, it is an assault because it is forcible and it is against my will. So, let's ask the question, why is it that he is touching me so often? Why is it that he's intruding upon me so often? Why is it that he practices violating me? So again, this is spiritual warfare, and their purpose is to harm your spirit, to control your mind, to remove your train of thought, to interfere with your functionality, to interfere with your flow, to insert themselves in your God existence. And that is not okay. So I want to make sure that when we are sharing this, that we are not succumbing to the satanic influence that is telling us or telling whomever that they have no recourse and no help for getting out of this criminal these criminal operations that have been waged against our individual existences. So as a collective body, we are very powerful. As individuals, we are very powerful. Our experiences are very powerful and meaningful and have extreme value to the advancement of intelligence and documentation and the truth being revealed. So these people are operating under the Antichrist agenda so that the truth and knowledge does not reach the human consciousness, so that people are not aware of how to protect themselves. They're not aware